Hey, Angie Rae here with Girl That's Toxic. Thanks so much for joining my channel. Let's talk about in vitro fertilization and the decision that was made by the Alabama Supreme Court that has ruled that embryos are granted the same legal status as children. This has left fertility patients and doctors, not just in Alabama, but all across the United States, just dumbfounded and scared and uncertain of the future. So if you don't know about the procedure of in vitro fertilization, let me just explain it to you very quickly. Doctors will induce ovulation, so women have to go through a lot of, injections so that you can increase the amount of eggs that you produce. And once doctors increase ovulation, they will then remove the eggs and they will fertilize the egg outside of the body with sperm to create embryos. And those embryos can then either be implanted in a woman for a potential pregnancy, or the embryos can be frozen, okay, so, for future use. So that is the procedure in and of itself. Now, this happened in Alabama, very conservative state, very Republican. The Supreme Court there, very conservative. And so this being an election year, Republicans thought, we've got the issue we can glom onto that is going to be the issue that helps to propel us back into the White House. Rewind and back the car up. Hold the phone. That's not a thing. So Republicans very, very quickly found out once this happened in Alabama that people were not having it. And when I say people are not having it, I am not talking about liberals or progressives or anybody center. I'm talking about Republicans. Okay. Kellyanne Conway's consulting firm found that 78% of voters who identify as pro-life support greater access to in vitro fertilization. Republicans got it wrong. Republican politicians got it wrong. Seems like they should have been polling their people to see where are we going to fall on this issue? Is this issue going to take us down, or will this issue lift us up? And what they found out is a big mistake has been made. This issue is important to those Republican voters, that 78% that Kellyanne Conway's consulting firm looked at, the 78% who identify as pro-life. And I have seen Donald Trump backing away from it, saying, no to that. Other Republicans out there doing the same thing. But this is really crazy what is happening. The whole concept of taking over my body as a woman. And we've already got Roe versus Wade off the books in so many states across the United States, doing things to continue to harm women and to tell women how they should respond to their reproductive rights. Okay, this is all crap. This is all crap, and once again, the Republican Party is getting its ass handed to it by not understanding how important this issue is. And might I say this? The former Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence, and his wife Karen, they have a child that is here on this earth because of in vitro fertilization. And nobody is more conservative and more pro-life and more this and that than Mike Pence and Karen Pence. Also, Representative Michelle Park Steele, she's from California. She conceived a child through IVF, but is clamoring in the House to have it banned. I do not understand the hatred people have, or just the selfishness. The selfishness. You were able to have a child based on in vitro fertilization. You couldn't do it the natural way. That happens to a lot of us. So you want to take that away from other women. Why are people continuing to vote for people like you, Michelle Park Steele. Duplicitous. That's a shame. Well, I'm glad to know that this issue is not going to get any hotter, hopefully, than it is now. And we have to see what happens to the whole issue in Alabama, because patients and doctors, they don't know what to do and they are scared.